You're trying to make this whole narrative. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I'm so if you
wow,
take
you're
her,
psycho.
that's
You're really
kidnapping.
insane.
So I said no. So you wanna?
It's my dad's birthday.
Okay, then.
Because I was.
Okay, this is a I'm taking the baby, and there is evidence in place for me to take this baby from this mother. This is all this is, because she didn't really like the way you're doing this. Like you're how do I say this?
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda.
Welcome back to my channel. As you already know, at least if you are coming for the ride. I don't know what it is about that song, you guys. I don't know what it is about that song. It's just so good, but really, if you already know and you're coming for the ride, then you know that this is part 2 of Landon Mcbroom, The Real Truth. Okay, so let's get in this. I'm gonna hopefully get started on my eyes, which is gonna be hard because I am literally like, But as of right now, let's go ahead and rate it. Let's go ahead and rate it. Okay, so Shiloh's was like definitely 8.5, like 9, like definitely good video. So far, I'm giving this like, I'm gonna say 7.5, and that is because clearly somebody is guilty. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said in my last video, I think they're both guilty, unfortunately. But either way, let the drama continue, huh? So, got a vibe! Baby, are you coming for the ride? Okay, I really got to stop doing that. Like, I just don't know how. It's so hard. I'm trying though. Okay.
Explains why every single video that we have is now archived, because she didn't want to leave me with any proof. So now let's talk about this Miami trip for the boxing fight, where she's saying that we supposedly were trying to kidnap her to go. To me, it seemed like she was insinuating that my daughter went on that trip. Solene never went on that trip.
And I realized the voice was his mom. He had it to his ear, and I could hear her screaming, and she was saying, I don't care if she doesn't like it, we're gonna take her anyways with us. And my heart dropped. I realized they were talking about my daughter, taking her to Miami. And I said, McCall, I can hear you. How dare you? I can hear you. And Landon quickly hung up the phone. He said, that's not what you heard. Like, that's not true. You're crazy. You didn't hear that. I know exactly what the heck I had heard. And that's where it really started getting bad. And my like mom radar was going off crazy. Like, oh my God, they're trying to take my baby. Like, I just heard that.
She was never there with me. The mother did not let her go. Mind you, this exact time, before I even left to Miami, the mother already had a restraining order against me, which also
the mother. Why are you
so I
doing
couldn't
that?
be around her regardless.
Why are you doing that? I don't like it. She didn't say that about you. She called you Landon.
So what do you mean? It's my house though.
You're not allowed to come here for 5 days.
This is my house though.
This is my house though.
Not only was a restraining order involved, but I also had proof of the tickets purchased, and my daughter's name is not anywhere on there. During that part of the video, she literally said that my mom was basically conspiring to kidnap my daughter and take her to Miami against her will. That is the furthest thing from the truth. That never happened. My mother would literally never say anything like that. That would never happen. False. And all this happening during when I already have a restraining order, that just doesn't make any sense. My mom would not do that. Next, I want to talk about her claims of saying that my family, my mother, was trying to steal all of her money. Let's talk about it. How that even stemmed from is when all this started happening, I started being really suspect of Solene's mother's moves and what was going on in the back end, because my worst failure, the thing that I did wrong, was that I was never involved in our banking. I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't really know about like what money was coming in, what was coming out. I was not involved in that part of our business.
You're a
that
beta.
Was wrong. That
beta.
was another mistake that I made that I will never make again. Once this started going south, I went to the bank and got my banking information, which is our joint account, and I gave the information to my mother so she could look at it and tell me what was going on.
Without telling Shiloh.
I didn't know anything. I was getting scared. I was getting worried. I can't possibly go into the bank and get another person's bank information. I'm not going to give it to me. I'm not that person. But if you have a joint account, right, which is how we kept all.
You're not wrong, but you're sneaky.
That's
where you're not.
Joint account, then both parties can get their information whenever they want, and that's what I did. But here is some further proof that it is a joint account.
my bank info, which I did not give permission. He's asking for It's joint.
So the same thing. I don't get why she kept saying personal when clearly it's a joint account.
It's joint.
I don't get why she keeps saying personal when clearly it's a joint account. What? Sir, you are slimy. What? You think I don't know what kind of cloth you are cut from? Sir, you clearly I don't even want to use the word manipulated. I don't want to even use the word gaslit, but you put her in the frame of mind as, this is what I'm going to do. She can't really legally do nothing. She's going to freak out. And then, I mean, you set her up. Like, sir, you're playing chess. And, you know, yeah, I don't even like to act like I, have a degree in toxic relationships, but anybody that knows me knows that I have been in couples. So, because I have been in a couple of these relationships, I am fully aware of what's going on right now. And, like, I kind of now understand why she brought up her father in the video, talking about how she has not talked to him in a long time, how he has mental health issues and addiction issues and things like that. And then she left it at that. She didn't go on any further. And now I understand why you have that part in. But you know what? I'm going to let Landon do his due diligence here, and I'm not going to say no more.
Another funny part of her video is how she kept talking about, for some reason, how she was the breadwinner, that she paid all of her bills, that she funded my entire life, basically, which is extremely false. 98% of our money came from YouTube. The other 2% was brand deals, stuff like that, but everything really stemmed from this LNS. For example, if I would have got a brand deal for some men's company that I only did by myself, I still would have never had the opportunity without This Is LNS. Every time we've got paid, every time we've got lump sums, like our bigger checks that came into This Is LNS, we've never got paid any other way besides going to our joint This Is LNS business account, which is both of our money. And it's weird, she makes it seem as if she's had these other jobs or she did stuff on the side, which she never did. That's like me saying all the videos that I did 90 to 100% of the work, a lot of videos that she wasn't even in, that's like saying I should get all the money for that. That doesn't make sense when that video is still posted on This Is LNS. We wouldn't have those viewers without both of us.
When I hear him say LNS,
it's a ridiculous idea and it makes no sense. And she's over here saying how she's paid Joe, basically makes it she paid Joe by herself and that she gave him raises, all stuff by herself. She never did any of those things. First off, we both paid him, just like we both paid our employees this entire time, from the money that we both made. Second of all, there was no random raise that she wanted to give him. The truth is that the big raise that we did give him, or we doubled his pay, was when we hired her mother to help us, and she was getting paid just as much as Joe, which makes no sense when Joseph is literally 50% of our entire channel. There's no way that him and her mother should be getting paid the same. This doesn't work like that. And that's how Joseph got a raise, which was issued or warranted by both of us, not ourselves. Now we're going to get into the kidnapping allegation. I think that the kidnapping allegation is just as serious as the abuse allegation. You guys know that with the kidnapping allegation that Joseph is heavily involved. So let's just stop for a second and talk about Joseph's real character. Everyone should know by now how attached my daughter is to Joe. Joseph has done way more for Celine's mother and I than any videographer should ever do. He's done more for Soul than any in-house videographer should ever do. In the video, she claimed and said that I never trusted Joseph to walk our daughter alone. That's false. Joseph's walked our daughter multiple times. We both have trusted Joseph with our daughter. This is some proof showing you how much she really did trust Joe. Here's a video of Celine's mother thanking Joseph after she came home and he cleaned the house and was watching Celine.
Guys, every night after dinner, without me even asking, Joe has completely cleaned the kitchen. We don't deserve Joseph, huh?
Right now I'm about to show you guys some evidence of Joseph being there
for
Celine's mother, times when she was just really drunk.
Are you coming for the ride? Oh my God. That is just so sad. That is just so sad. And you don't even see why it's sad. That's what's crazy.
During our breakup, she started drinking heavily, and then she was just being randomly drunk, and it ended up being actually a not good situation. And Joseph was actually there for her a lot. I want to talk about the incident that was at home, because that was...
Okay, this is I'm taking the baby, and there is evidence in place for me to take this baby from this mother. This is all this is, because she didn't really... Like, the way you're doing this, like, you're, how do I say this? You're painting, right? Like, you're painting, but for some reason you think that we can't see the color of the canvas? Like, we can see with your painting. I don't know if he thinks we can't, like, I completely see what you're doing here. Yes, there are some people who will watch this and they will not see, but sir, come on now, dog.
It's a pretty scary time for me. It's a scary time for Joe. It was a scary time in general. So Shiloh was by herself at our house, drunk off wine. I was upstairs with our daughter asleep, like most nights. At this time, Celine's already asleep. I hear her mother come to the door and she's banging on the door trying to get in the door. I go to the door. I'm obviously already knowing that something's up, that I know she was drinking. It's probably because of that. I open the door and she's pleading, like, let me in with your dog. Like, let me in. Like, she's going to sleep with me. I don't want you to sleep with her. I got her. But she's drunk. Like, she's stumbling drunk at this time.
Caught a vibe.
I shut the door. I lock it. So that makes her obviously more upset. She's drunk, whatever. I don't care. I'm trying to protect my daughter. I text Joseph, please help me out with this situation. I have to figure this out. I text Joseph to come basically switch spots with me, lock himself in the room with my daughter so I can take care of Celine's mother. At this time, Joseph's in the room. He locked the door. He's protecting Sol. That's the same time that he sent those text messages to Celine's mother's mom.
Just say Shiloh, goddammit. Yeah, he told me thank you. But here you are posting it for everybody to see. You are something, aren't you? Wow.
Now that I don't feel like that was even really a big issue, a lot of you guys already know how much my daughter loves Joseph and how their connection was. But now that we are on the same page with how Joseph's character is, let's talk about the kidnapping allegations. Let's talk about what really happened that day. So on this day, this is May 15th.
Not Joseph's character.
Joseph and I come back from a celebrity basketball game. So Celine's mother already knew that it was also my dad's birthday. We're celebrating out in Palmdale. So she already knew, it was already talked about, already pre-discussed that when I got home, I was going to be taking Celine from her and taking her to my dad's for the rest of the evening to celebrate with my family at his house. We come home. Everything was fine. My daughter was inside with the mother. My daughter was taking a nap on the couch.
With the mother.
At this time, it's an awkward, like, we're broken up. We're trying to be cordial, but it's just like this weird time that's going on. It's this weird, like, dynamic in our house. When I get there, she says that she's lost her phone. And multiple times when she lost her phone, she would go on my phone and do, like, the Find My iPhone thing. So me, not thinking anything of it, I unlock my phone and I let her do it. I walk away for a second because I'm not thinking that she's about to do what she's about to do. She acts literally for at least 30 seconds walking around the house as if she's looking for the phone, ends up going outside. Again, I'm not thinking anything of it. Once she goes outside, I hear the door open to the car. So then I'm like, immediately I'm like, oh my God. So I start to run after her and she locked herself in the car. So now I have to go get Joseph to watch Sol because she's left her by herself on the couch. I have to go try to see what's going on my phone. Joseph comes downstairs. I go outside, now I go to the car, she's already locked it. I'm saying, like, what are you doing? Give me my phone, we're not together, you can't be doing this, blah, blah. She's over here looking at it, she's like, no, like, we're blah, 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 saying, I can't really hear what she's saying, but she's trying to go through my phone now. She's going through it, I'm just like, bro, like, give me my phone, like, you can't do this, like, I have to leave, like, what are you doing? She immediately goes to text messages from my mother and I. When she's going through the text messages, she sees that I sent my mom my own banking information. Like my email and passwords, my online login to my account. When she finds this out, she thinks that we're conspiring to steal money from my own account, which does...
Boom! And that's why. Because if you just told her and you were honest, instead of making it like this, oh, we gotta be behind her back kind of thing, then she wouldn't have spiraled, she wouldn't have went through your phone, and she would... this is the whole, you know, when the guy's like, my ex is crazy, like she's crazy, and then you like meet the ex and the ex like tells you the story, and the story makes more sense when the ex tells you instead of like the guy. It's like that. And I don't know if I'm being biased, so if I am, any males that are watching this, please let me know, because I really don't want to be biased in this, but like that is how I'm seeing it. Because sir, why are you acting like there was no reason for her to go through the goddamn phone? You know what I'm saying? Like clearly there was a reason for her to go through the phone. Either it was a gut feeling, she was feeling like something was up. I don't even know, maybe the bank alerted her, maybe she, you know, it could have been anything, because at the same time when you go to the bank and it's a joint account, the banker ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, Landon was just here. Like sometimes it's a little like, oh, like, yeah, this is joint account, like, you know, this is how the, you know, rules are. You know what I mean? Like she's probably freaking out trying to figure out what was going on. Regardless, she didn't feel she could trust you, and she didn't feel stable enough to know what the heck was going on other than looking through your phone.
Make any sense.
I went in the car, I locked myself in the car, and I I went to the messages with his mother, and Landon's like banging on the window, like, you're crazy, what are you doing, what are you doing, what are you doing? And I'm like shaking, I'm like, okay, read, like, and I went, and his mother was sending him exact amounts of what was in my account.
Right now, let's talk shortly about this loan situation, what you talked about with this loan, because that was his big thing. His whole thing had to do with money. After I decided to be done with her, I also decided to stop filming with her. Probably a week after we broke up,
Can we just highlight how he said that this whole thing is about money? Sir, the whole relationship was about money. Why? Because even your ass has already been stating that you want to be Austin Mcbroom. You want to have everything like Austin Mcbroom. Clearly, she was Catherine point two. Let's not act like we don't see this. Let's not act like we don't see this. Because, look, that's what it was. So, clearly, you guys went into relationship thinking like, hey, we could probably make money together. We're both two attractive people. Maybe not too attractive, but hey, my brother Austin Mcbroom is, and he got that club with Catherine. And then y'all proceeded to be together and then brought a child into this world, okay? So, look, don't act like that child wasn't clout, and please don't act like your couple channel was not for clout, because, darling, nobody was checking for y'all. Nobody. Like, please stop. Like, please stop. We see what all of these couple people are doing. Like, all of you, like, literally, all of you couple channels out there, I literally see what you're doing. And trust me, I want to be there with you, boo. But I ain't got no man. So what am I going to do? I'm about to go hire somebody to go be a couple channel, but clearly that's what a lot of y'all do.
they continued to film as if nothing happened. I said, I am done with you. I don't want to do this. I will scratch whatever new money could come in. I do not want to film with you. I will take that L. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do.
I will take that L.
So not only did it become a heartbreak issue, but in her eyes, it became now you're messing with my money issue. In her eyes, I wasn't bringing any money to the table anymore because now I'm not running the YouTube, which was how we made 99% of our income. To her, that's like, I'm not doing anything, I'm not providing anymore. So from that on forward, since all of our bills were being paid,
bro,
basically our reserves.
How do you not understand that's 50-50? How do you not understand that's 50-50? You got to bring 50%, and I got to bring 50%. Whether that's you making your own section of the video and bringing in that 50, and then I'm making my own section of the video and you bring in that 50. I mean, you got to do something. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the problem with being a couples channel too. And that's why I feel like if you even get into being a family or a couple channel, yes, okay, you need to go ahead and get a contract. I am pretty positive that Catherine and Austin got a contract, and that's probably one of the smartest things they ever did. Let's be honest, because all of this right here, makes me want to just go read my emotional intelligence book. Master your emotions, get it in check, because child, this is very hard to see. I can't just imagine your daughter seeing this. You think this is something that your daughter ain't gonna see? Your daughter is gonna see this. Trust.
Saved off of this LNS.
Crazy, bro.
In her mind, that's me owing her money because there's no like new money to be paid, I guess. So during this breakup, during this time, she kept wanting to pick fights with me. She kept wanting to argue about things. She kept wanting to talk randomly about assets and pick fights often. It's just not what I want to do. I didn't want to talk. Obviously, when you're irritated and you're reluctant to talk to somebody, every time they bring something up, you're just gonna want to like tell them what they want to hear just to get out of your face.
True.
So me saying like it was more like a okay, I got it. I'll ask about it tomorrow. Yeah, sure, I'll do it for sure.
Just not even caring.
It was more like that. It wasn't like I was really saying I'm going to pay you anything. So at this time, she's trying to basically keep us hostage, keep my daughter hostage, and not let us leave till my dad's birthday. She's wanted to talk about this money thing. So in that time, I'm over here like whatever you gotta do. If you want to call my mom about this situation, do what you gotta do, but do it outside the car. Let me leave, please. I don't want to deal with this. You can do whatever you want, but I want to leave. I want to take my daughter. You already knew that I was going. I need to get to my dad's house. So in this time, she calls my mother. Here's a video of that.
Call your mom. Call your mom. No, you know what? I don't even want you to take my daughter anymore. I don't trust you guys. You guys are trying to take my daughter. You're trying to make this whole narrative. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I'm so sad. If you take her, that's kidnapping. So I said no. So you want to... It's my dad's birthday. Okay, then call your mom, ask for a loan, figure... there's not one thing in there.